Okay, so that's pretty much it. The exhaust is all fabricated. I got the brackets tacked in. Everything is on this frame as it should be, mocked up. I do have some more minor welding to do on the frame and then start the cleanup, but I don't want to do that until everything is off it, meaning the motor and transmission and everything. Strip it right back down. It's time to blow it all back apart. Once I get that all stripped down, I will, address a few minor issues and get some of the welding done that needs to be done on the frame. Then I'll put it on the rotisserie and get it ready for paint. So that's the next step. But the exhaust came out good, pretty happy with all of that. Once I got the bracket on over here, I was able to gain a little more clearance on that muffler. Again, the rear end's all the way down, so it won't go lower than that, so I should be good. Keep an eye on that. If it gets close, like I said, I can just put a little ding in that muffler right on that ear and it should be fine. So yeah, that's it. It's mocked up, ready to come apart again. And next time it goes together, it should be the last time. So that's kind of exciting. I got exhaust brackets there on the cross member, here behind this cross member, and then one more behind this cross member, and then right out here at the ends off the sides of the frame. I can pull this all back apart now. The exhaust won't change, and once Bobby gets down here, we can weld all that up final. Right now it's still just tacked together, but the tacks are plenty rugged to hold it all together and keep it shaped now, so we should be good there. So I will continue on. Bam, there you go, all stripped down. Okay, so I've got some things I got to do to this to get it ready for paint. I got a few pieces of yellow tape there and a couple of areas I want to address. Got some finish welds to do in a few small spots, like around these nuts for the exhaust hangers. The other thing I want to do is, when I had this up in there, I noticed that this got a little close to the body. So in the design, I had this triangle down to here, which gave it plenty of clearance. So I'm going to cut this out and redo it just to make sure that's right. And this gets a little close too, so I'm going to alter that just a little bit to get it off the body. But other than that, I'm pretty close to being ready. So then I'll do some final sanding, cleaning of the welds, getting rid of the flux and flux burn, and yeah, then I'll bring you back when I get this going. But I just want to take care of this. It'll only take me about an hour. I can cut this out pretty quick with the plasma, and then boom, done. All right, so I'm going to get after it, and I will bring you back when I got something to show you. Okay, so long day. Nasty work. So like I said, I changed those triangle plates out. You can see they go all the way to the bottom now. That should give me plenty of clearance. I did alter the shock bracket a little bit just to give myself a little clearance on that too, because it was getting very close right here. So I don't know if you can, I put a little wow in that. Then I got it up on the rotisserie, as you can see. Actually figured out the center of gravity this time, so it doesn't take 3 men and a boy to flip it. Then I went through and hit it with 60 then 80 grit on everything, so just to put some tooth in it so that the epoxy will grab better, and I don't want to get this all epoxied and then have it peeling off in a month. So yeah, this frame I believe is now ready for paint. Kind of a milestone. So I don't know if I'll get it into the paint booth this weekend or next weekend. I've got a bunch of other small parts. I got to sand the rear end. That's ready. Finish putting the last couple welds on that, but that needs some sanding. And I got a whole stack of small parts over here that need to be sanded and ready for epoxy and paint, chassis paint. So yeah, so that's pretty good. I'll probably, nothing more exciting gonna happen now, but I've gone through and just touched up, filled pinholes anywhere I found them, dressed up some welds, just tried to take care of it as much as I possibly can, because this is like the last chance. So, like I said, I will I might even roll this into the paint booth this weekend, tomorrow, just to make some room in here. I gotta check the weather, make sure I'm not gonna be leaving anything outside in a major blizzard. But yeah, so far so good. Everything looks good. I dressed up all the welds. I got everything underneath it. There was a few spots that needed to be welded on top and bottom, like this header here for the brake lines. It looks like I missed a little bit here. Got to hit that with some sandpaper. Missed a spot. Anyway, looking good. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'll probably just, I'm too shot right now. I'll probably give this a good once over again tomorrow before I push it aside and start working on other stuff, just to make sure I've hit it everywhere that I need to. But this is better than anything I've ever painted, so it should stick pretty good with epoxy. I'm not worried about it. Just, trying to get any loose material and as much mill scale off as I can should do the job. I'm gonna hit this with gray Eastwood epoxy, and I'll take you through that next weekend as I do it. And I'm gonna hit it with the Eastwood chassis black, gloss chassis black. So that should make it good. After that, I'll be ready to do final assembly on the chassis at least, so I can get it together enough to put the body on it and start dealing with the panels, gapping, bodywork, all that fun stuff. So the suck I went through today is only the tip of the iceberg, I'm sure. But it's got to be done, so just deal with it. Anyway, that's it. But for now, I think I'm pretty solid with where everything is now. Don't see anything else I really got to address right away. I actually had my brother bend these two pieces for me on my old pipe bender that I sold to him a few years back. So he bent those for me, sent them up. So shout out to Steve, thank you. And that come out great. And again, that's just for the breathers, for the fuel pressure regulator filter, and the brake hose to go down to the rear end. So that'll make that a nice little setup. That's as high as I could get these. I'm pretty sure though, if I came over here, there was another spot where I could get another couple inches on them. These are filters, they stand up about this tall. But we'll see. If I have to, I'll screw another bracket on and make them go a little higher. But I don't suspect there'll be a problem. This is the breather for the gas tank and the breather for the rear end. So that'll probably do it for this week. And like I said, I'm just gonna continue sanding and putting some stuff together for painting and getting the booth ready and all of that. So if I get a couple of decent days next weekend, hopefully it's not 10 degrees out, so I can heat that room at least halfway decent. Once I get everything in there, I got to seal up the door so it doesn't draw cold air in the door as I turn on the exhaust. But we should be pretty decent shape. I'm going to put a couple big electric heaters out there and just try to heat that room up as much as I possibly can before I start. Hit it, shut everything down real quick, and let it set up. That's my plan. But anyway, that's about it.